Hey up everyone, and welcome back to my brand new series. I'm jumping into RuneScape's first ever leagues, Catalyst, and I couldn't be more hyped. My goal for this series is to progress as fast as possible, earn as many league points as I can, and eventually reach tier 7. Let's get into it. Hey up everyone, so we're back on day 3 and let me tell you, I have just been having an absolute blast. Today I'm going to try and focus on getting away from quests. I've done that for the first sort of 2 days and I'm ready to get stuck into some combat, to be honest. It's a part of RuneScape that I love the most, so not being able to do any is actually causing me some grief. So in the background you'll see some of the clips that I've been doing. The first one is the archaeology research / the mysteries that I talked about earlier during archaeology. So once I've completed this one, I've just unlocked myself a brand new area once again. And then of course I have to put in the obligatory beehive run that happens every day. As you can see here in the background, I am focusing on combat today. My biggest bit of the day was getting 60 mage, in which case meant I can go and grab myself a god cape and an upgraded weapon, so that is exactly what I did. And in true Iron Man fashion, the thing I love to do the most as soon as I get this stuff is head all the way over to the EKs and get session on some Rex just to see how I get on with it. As soon as I got here though, I remembered that this weapon has a spec. I was chuffed with this drop anyway, so I completely forgot about it. Bone's really handy to get so early on as an Iron Man, I'm sure most people are aware, but I needed to unlock the special attack from this, which means you have to come up to the magic arena and you have to cast the spell for whichever staff you've got 100 times in here. Now as I got here I noticed this guy at the bottom, he's absolutely chadding it up, and I completely forgot that you could use a wand and book rather than the staff itself. So if anybody has not yet done this and they would like to do this, if they want to get themselves the Gothic staff or any of the other staffs, I would definitely bring a wand and book, because you're just going to get it pumped out so much faster than having to use a staff. Obligatory Holly meets Death Office clip here. I'm sure there'll be much more of that to come. Another thing I wanted to show you is just how to get into legacy mode to just automatically cast those spells rather than doing it on full manual. Anyway, we're back at Rex now with my my lovely new staff spec. Oh, it's so good. I love this part of Iron Man. It's exactly why I play it, and every Iron Man that I've had up to date, I always just come here, and I usually end up sitting here for hours just because I'm just like, I can't get over the fact that I'm finally here. Obviously we all know the drops that come from these bosses. If you don't, there's a chance of a dragon axe, which is great. There's a chance of, particularly from Rex's, a berserker ring. Not that I'm expecting any of that, but what I'm here for is just a few alkables to keep the coins topped up and some of the bones just for prayer. After this I thought, right, well I better get on with some points again and get them tiers upgraded, so I went ahead and completed the Wilderness Diaries, the easy one. I also was getting really sick of teleporting to Edgeville, so when you do get this sword it's just a quick teleport there from anywhere, as long as you've got it in your inventory. It was then time to close up and do my Reaper, which was obviously Mole. I took a little bit more damage than expected, to be honest, but I was glad to get the kill down because them logs drops were really handy, and of course it just helps with the leveling. This was my final kill of the Reaper task, thank goodness. I do not enjoy killing Mole. It's part of the Iron Man experience though, I suppose, but this marks me moving up into the tier that I wanted to. So we're moving along now to tier 4 and I am picking the Clue Connoisseur. Now it was a really close choice between that and the other skilling one. But in the end I just thought, I'm literally not going to run any clues. It's a little bit of a different change of pace of the game. I'm sure Production Master would have been great as well, but I've decided to go for that one. Plus it's just a little bit of extra mobility around the game and chance for me to get some alkables to keep that coin pouch up and running. Seeing as I'm in my little combat era, I should probably start training my range, so that's exactly what I did. In between that, I had to get my cash in. Now this one was the first ever cash I did that I managed to get 100 points in. I was absolutely buzzing at. Again, I got it down to the very wire, where everybody was very close to being teleported out, so I was feeling quite accomplished with myself. The massive XP drop as well, I will never get bored of watching that. Then there was a quick wildy event in the next hour. I can't remember what I got up to in the meantime from that, but I died here and I can't remember if I actually ended up getting the loot. Anyway, if I did, I don't think I've got the clip for it, so I mustn't have got anything crazy. I'm looking for mainly bones anyway, to be honest. And then it was time to do a few more quests, because realistically I was trapped and I wanted to get into Mauritania, which you do have to do a few quest lines to get up there. I just wanted to get that lodestone unlocked for sure, and I thought the ectophile probably wouldn't go amiss either, so I just thought, right, I'm doing it. I'm just going to crack on, and that's what this is here. Once I got that lodestone unlocked, oh, I felt so good, honestly, just to know I had a bit more freedom and a new Slayer Master to use. In the meantime, my Anachronia, my Dino Island, was ticking away in the background, and I managed to upgrade my first ever little piece of it, which is brilliant, other than the lodestone. Speaking of upgrading, here I've got my first large pen and 2 cows, because I've been keeping on top of the add-on player-owned farms, which you should definitely be doing, especially as an Iron Man. Just before completing Ghost Ahoy, oh, I was getting so stressed at this bit, honestly. You have to play this stupid little game for this Robin Hood guy just so he'll end up signing your boat, and I was here, honestly, for nearly 10 or 15 minutes just because my character kept on pulling the death rune out, which means you auto lose. But anyway, we did manage to pull through, but this is the most iconic piece of quest content you can get in this game, other than the random box in my last video. If you've seen that, if you haven't, you should definitely go check it out. So here I am finally completing that quest, thank goodness. Getting that ectophile was just like, oh, it was just a relief to know I can just get back up into this area now very quickly without having to mess around, which I'm getting quite sick of doing on early Iron Man. I then thought it was only fair that I took my newly earned clue little relic for a run. I didn't have too many clues in the bank, so I just did a few that I did have. I was hoping for some alkables, which I got a few tiny adamant bits, but getting the fashionscape, if I dare call it that, little rewards, they were cool. Then it was time for the wilderness tree event, and I love this one, man, because the fireworks just don't get old. Managed to get myself another pair of mining brawlers, which is great. On the back of this, I thought, I kept getting the Chaos Ellie pop up on the task advisor. So me and my friend Ben, we just popped up and we took a few kills because I wanted to get this boss portal unlocked. And just, I'm trying to build up for that 200 KC just so I can get that altar sorted. Jump in here to the quest for the Salve Amulet E, because really I'm building up to heading towards the combat relic. I am pretty sure I've decided on my choice, although it is still close. But they'll come in handy anyway, even if I wanted to do anything else that involves like the undead or ghosts or anything. So I thought I'd get that done. Then we're on to the classic, of course, the RuneScape quest of all time, which watching this cutscene back made me feel so happy, because I'm not sure if any of you have played Dragon Wilds yet, but it was great to see Elvag in its original format versus Dragon Wilds annoying Elvag, especially if you played Dragon Wilds on release, because oh man, that boss would just spawn all the time and smash your base up. So I took great pride ripping the head off this one. Straight to Oziark, obviously, give him a good chat, which means I'll just win the game going forward. The XP lamps from this quest were brilliant as well. I strongly would recommend everybody doing it, because I have just skipped a milestone ahead. Then it was time for another wildy event. This time it was the worm, and we actually managed to kill it for the first time, which I was very, very happy about. And I managed to bag myself quite some cool little loot. I know the drop rates are a lot more boosted, but getting that portable obelisk is brilliant, just because again it just means I can whip around the game much faster, and if I don't like it I can always alch it for 500k, which is also very handy. Just in here again, tidying up a few more quests. Another funny one with the beard and mask combo. Straight into this quest, which I wish I'd done a little bit earlier, just so I would have had access to the fairy rings a bit sooner, because again, just talking about that lack of teleportation around RuneScape, even though RuneScape 3 is really pretty handy to get around in, just because of all the lodestones and stuff. But I thought it was time to go and get 50 rune crafting as well, because I'm getting sick of that slow home teleport. So that's me telling you I got 50 rune crafting, straight into getting myself some beeswax and loading those quick home tellies up ASAP. What a quality of life update for myself, honestly. Now if I'm doing any quests in the future and I need to home telly, I am gone. And the animation is still really cool, so yeah. So I guess it's time that I begun the combat path of the one I'm truly going to take, and that is of course Necromancy. Now that's probably the combat style I'd recommend to anybody who's particularly new at this game, or if you've come from old school RuneScape. I'm sure you've probably stuck with Mage, but Necromancy is just so much more forgiving. The main reason why I did that today is because of this little guy. I wanted to grab that uncut moonstone just in case I needed it in the future and I couldn't get a hold of one. And then here's me tidying up the day and finishing on some tier 50 weapons. So I'm really happy with today's progress. I feel like I've left myself in a really good spot for the day after, as I'm really trying to hone in now on getting some combat sorted, because I'm getting a little bit sick of skilling and questing, I can't lie to you. So yeah, I think that'll end it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I can really feel the rush of League starting to kick in for me now. So if you've enjoyed what you've watched today, I'd love if you could like the video and even consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow.